I'm starting it again. Got questions, got homework questions to go over. Now, I don't know why it's a big deal, but I'm going to have to go through something for about the third time. And I thought I covered it, but evidently I didn't. All you have to do is go to the assignments. And when you go to the assignments, it's going to say, y'all need to do this, this, and this. And it should say, let's see, 4.1, 4.2, 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, and 5.5. Okay? Now, I have a video that says that I was going to delete 2 sections. And I deleted 5.4 and 5.6. Let's see what MyLabs Plus says. Since it's all in 5, I'm just going to go to 5. It's a miracle. And I thought since I put it in the video that everybody would understand it, but evidently somebody didn't. Or I don't know, I keep getting a couple of emails or texts that says they're confused. Okay, there they are right there. Let me check the other class. I don't know the other class. I'll make sure I got it right in it too. So I'm going to go back and check it. So there's 6 sections on this test. 4.1, 4.2, 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, and 5.5. So that means you take your outline and you mark out 5.4 and you mark out 5.6. It's as simple as that. Does anybody have any questions about Unit 2? Let me check here for Chapter 5.
Q, but the only section we haven't gone over yet is 5.5, right?
That's correct. And that is wrong. I've got to fix theirs. So that's maybe why they're confused. I thought I fixed it. Okay, then it's my fault. My fault for the confusion. I thought for sure that I fixed that. So the people that are confused, you have a right to be confused. I thought I changed it, and evidently I did not change it. So I need to fix it. And I don't know why this thing's doing all this. All chapters. (5.1), 5.2, 5.3. I need to assign 5.3. And I need to unassign 5.4. And that should be fixed. And then I got to go back in and change it. Because if I don't change it in the grade book, it says it's not going to show up in your grade. And then we'll start on the homework. So my apologies. I don't know why they just didn't make one class, but we're not going there, so I'm just shut up. All right, homework 5. Let me just do this. Chapter 5. It's a whole lot easier looking at 5 than it is looking at. All right, 5.3. I need to re-include and take. Now, will somebody make sure that that's right? 5.6 and 5.4 is out. There. That's what I said in the original. That's what I said the original day in the video, which was about a week ago. Okay? I said 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, and then 5.5. But I messed up on the homework, so I can understand why there's a little bit of confusion. It's my fault. It's not anybody else's fault. It's my fault. Okay, save. All right, that's done, and we'll get to the homework now. Has anybody got any questions on this next test? And we'll probably be going over that test either Tuesday or Thursday of next week because I'm trying. I doubt I'll be able to finish the 5.5 today because, well, it all depends. We got 2 hours There's not a lot to cover in 5.5, but we'll be okay. We might be okay, but it might be Tuesday. Let me get to, hold on a second, 120, oh, the homework questions. And there's our homework questions. We still got some from 4.2, that's okay. And I'm just gonna go in order. And that's a good many, so I should be helping a lot of y'all out today. So the first question is 4.2, 24, 4.2, 24/8. So this is like number 8 in your homework on 4.2. First of all, I'm going to tell you if it's a test question or not. And I turned off my computer. My phone's in yonder. I should turn it off. This is probably a test question, parts of it. How many parts is there? 6 parts. I don't know why. But anyway, I'm going to try this on Excel. I'm going to do it on all 3 for you. So I'm going to click on this, and we're going to do it in, let's do it in StatCrunch first, if it'll work. I don't know why it hasn't been working lately. That's one of the reasons I rebooted the computer. There we go. All right, everybody see that StatCrunch, and I go to Stat, and you can do regression is what we're in right now. So you might want to do regression, simple linear, and then select the X and select the Y. Let me ask you a question. Remember what exploratory means? Exploratory means you're independent, right? Exploratory, or whatever the word is, exploratory variable. It always is the independent. You know how I remember it? Anybody want to take a guess how I remember it? I take my highlighter and somebody tell me which coordinates are they? It's always the X coordinates. So if they ask you on a standardized test about the exploratory variable or the exploratory or whatever it's called, it's always the independent, but it's always the X variable. Let me ask y'all a question. Look at this test. Look at this, not that. Days of absences, final exam. If you don't go to class, are you going to get a grade?
No.
No.
So which one's dependent?
The scores.
The scores depend on what? You being in class. So the absences is the X variable. That's your exploratory variable. You always got to ask yourself, what depends on what? Gas mileage, weight of the vehicle. If you ain't got no vehicle, you ain't got no gas mileage. Now I'm using bad grammar because you got to think about it. If you ain't got no car, you ain't got no gas mileage. If you ain't got no days in class, you ain't got no score. So you got to always ask yourself which one's dependent. So here we go. I'll do it again because I think I accidentally erased StatCrunch. And it probably won't work now. There we go. And hit Stat, regression, simple linear, sorry. And X is the absences, and Y is the score. And compute. I'm going to bring this up here, and I'm going to open it up a little bit so you can look at it. Now, what should you write down? Well, of course, you need to write down the, I'm looking because I don't use this very often. There's the y-intercept. That's 88.590909. The slope is negative 2.809, blah, blah, blah. And your R, what is your R? Negative 0.943015. Those are some of the things you need to write down. Let's see what it looks like. Now, of course, with StatCrunch, you have to tell it you want to see. And I don't know, I haven't seen if you can actually plug in the trend line. I don't know if it will do that or not. See graph and go down to scatter plot. And your X and your Y. I don't know if they have a place in here. I'm looking. Yeah, you probably put it right here. Yeah, I think yeah, you got to work this somehow. I don't know how to work it. I'm not a. I do it on the calculator and the Excel spreadsheet. Hit compute, and everybody draw that sketch right there so you'll have it. So draw that sketch in your notes for these points. And then we'll do it on the Excel spreadsheet. And you can go back and use the, well, I'm going to let you go ahead and draw that right quick. Turn the ceiling fan on. All right, so let's get out of this. And let's go to the Excel spreadsheet. I'm waiting until it comes up. Okay, the Excel spreadsheet. I don't know what that is. It's from an old. There we go. And I'm going to highlight my numbers. And I'm going to go to Insert, Chart Plot. There she is. I'm going to right click on one of the dots. Add trend line. Display R an equation. Move that over. Go ahead and somebody take the square root of that for me. I'm going to make it bigger so y'all can see it. And R is equal to what?
.9430.
It's negative. Why is it negative, Hubert?
The slope's negative.
Slope is negative, so therefore, there we go. Now that's all I care about. That's all I care about on the test. Now they're going to ask you 15,000 things on this, so please write down those 3 things. So you still won't tell me, but when I asked you for that information, please have it where you can see it. Now remember these formulas that I gave you. And I'm not going to go through them. We might go through them in this little short example. But do you remember these two formulas I gave y'all? I gave you this one. The 3 formulas. Y'all remember those?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. That's how you find it by hand. If you're not given, like, if you don't have a straight line. Okay, so I've got an example here and we're going to go over it, but I don't want you to, this is for homework, okay? These 3 formulas right here, I'm going to show you how to use them today, and we did them the other day. but it's only for homework. Other than that, I want you to use the calculator, the Excel spreadsheet, or StatCrunch. All right, so with that being said, what do they want? Well, if you look at this, that's the standard deviation. That's the standard deviation of y. That's the standard deviation of x. We've got r, haven't we? We've got r. Y bar, that is the average of y, and that is the average of x. And once we calculate B1, we have it. So something that you might want to get in the habit of doing is finding the following. I'm going to put average right here divided by how many? What means that? 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Divided by 10. There's the average of their x's. And of course, what's beside the average of the x's? The average of the y's. There's the average of the y's. Now the standard deviation, I'm going to show you how to do it without all the work. Here we go. Go up to sum, go right up here. Go more functions. And there it is, STDEV. You can type it in if you want to. And I'm going to click on it. Double click. Click on this right here. And highlight those numbers. And hit OK. There's your standard deviation for your x's. And then you just do what? So I'm going to highlight those. Well, I'm going to highlight these two the same color. And I'm going to highlight these two the same color. And I'm going to make them bold so you can see them and make them big a little bit. All right. So I'm going to take my handy dandy piece of paper here, and we're going to write down how to do this for those questions that ask you to do it for part B or whatever. Okay? The regression curve is equal to your y-intercept plus the slope times x, or y is equal to mx plus b. But that's to redneck. So in statistics, you have to hold your pinky up and you have to do y hat is equal to b sub o plus b sub 1 times x, where b sub o is equal to r times the standard deviation of y over the standard deviation of x. And b sub 1. And b sub o, which is your y-intercept, is equal to y bar minus b sub 1 times x bar. So we got to do b sub 1 first. So b sub 1 is equal to r, look on the spreadsheet right here.
Negative 0.9430.
Thank you. Negative 0.9430 times, and I'm going to put a big bracket right here and a big bracket right here and a fraction bar right here. And my standard deviation is 9.03. 9.03. Now I'm going to show you. I'm going to do it in the spreadsheet so I don't have to do away with any decimals. You don't want to do away with any decimals. I'm just doing away with them because I'm not writing all that out. Divided by 3.03. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to do that in the spreadsheet. So here we go. I'm going to go down here and I'm just going to call it B sub 1. Well,
Hubert, where are you getting
yes.
the 9.03? Wouldn't it be 9.02?
Yes, it would. I don't know where I got that either. I'm drunk. There we go. I drink all in the mornings. Okay.
And you wanted to drop me, Hubert.
Yeah, I did. I still do. All right. So I'm going to take B sub 1. I'm going to put this one right here. Let's see. Negative 0.9430. I'll just put that right there. It's supposed to be negative, and it didn't put that in there. Oops. There we go. Negative. Okay. And right here, I'm going to go ahead and do that math. Equals 9, this one right there, divided by this one right here. That should be something like y'all have right there. And then the answer is those two together. This times this. Check your B sub 1 and see if your B sub 1 is not 2.81 or something like that. B sub 1 is equal to negative 2.809 ... And I'm going to say for this calculation, I'm going 2.81. Did y'all get 2.81? Please, somebody say you got it. Okay, I'll wait.
On it.
You're working on it. While y'all are doing that, I'm going to highlight it orange.
I got negative 2.807.
Yeah, because you used the 9.02 and the 3.03. Did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a rounding thing. Now, put a note that my answer is probably more accurate because I did mine in the spreadsheet and I took all those digits to 10. You need to make that note because that's what you need to do. Okay. The only reason I didn't do it here, let me just do this. There. That means use all the digits. Okay. Now that's B sub 1, so we're halfway done. All we need now is B sub O. So B sub O is equal to Y bar. So Y bar is 75.95. 75.5. Okay. On this because it's only okay. And B1 is negative 2.81 times what? I'm looking 4.5. So I'm going to do this in the spreadsheet down here. And that's going to be 75.95 right there. And then over here is equal to negative 2.81. That is right here times 4.5. Add those two together because what does the two negatives do? What do these two negatives do?
Make it addition.
Positive. So I'm going to say equals this guy minus this guy, and it should turn it into a positive. 88.59. Write that down. And check y'all should have something close to that, especially if you're rounding. 88.59 ... Look there. Oh my gosh. Y'all feel smart. No comment. So your final answer is y hat is equal to negative 2.81 x plus 89.59. Now the reason I don't have the same thing. They carried it 3 digits. I only carried it 2. So that's how you do it by hand. And it's real good right here to add those do-jiggers, your SY, your SX, and your X bar and your Y bar. I put those right there. Okay, now let's do it. I'm not doing that one on the calculator. It'll take me too long to type the daggum things in. So we'll wait until there's a smaller one. Okay. All right, so let's see what they ask, because I don't know what else they're going to ask. So here's the question. And it says done. Oh, how many we got? 10. So they want you to check it up against the 10. Write this down. They're saying that the minimum correlation coefficient for 10 for n is equal to 10 is about 0.63. What is our R coefficient? What is our R? Not 0.94, but it's negative. So this is positive. So that's going to tell you something. Okay, but I don't know if they're going to ask. All right, here we go. Round to 3 decimal places. So that's going to be, dang, I got to pull it back up. 2.809 and 88.591. I'm not going to remember it. Negative 2.809. I remember that. Negative 2.809. And give me the other one. 89 point what?
591.
591. And we feel good about ourselves. Oh, we got it wrong. Did I not round correctly?
It's 88.
Oh. Well, I got 89.
We should just quit, Hubert.
I think I need to do something. Look there, I got 89. Where did I get 89? What's the... Look there, 88. I just decided to turn it to an 89. Okay. What does this say? Interpret the slope and y-intercept. Well, absence, a student's final exam drops, blah, blah, blah. The average final exam score, blah, 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 for every additional absence. For every additional absence, that's where the slope's going to take effect, okay? Because that's what it is. For every additional absence, it's either going to go up or it's going to go down. In this case, we got what kind of a slope? It's going to
Negative.
drop. Mhm.
Negative.
So it is not appropriate to interpret. Well, let's ask you this. If you show up 0, if the y-intercept is 88, that means if you don't have any absences, you're going to make an 88 in the class. Is that possible? Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So which one says that? I think this. Okay, so 2.8. It should be 2.81, but 2.809. And not 89.591. Fantastic. That's my positive feedback for y'all. I don't call you a loser. I would love to write those things. I would be fired the first week. You really suck at this, don't you? That's what I would put on them. McDonald's is hiring. All right, predict the final exam score for a student who misses 5 class periods. Well, let's type in 5. Let's go back here. Take your handy dandy calculator. And y is equal to negative 2.81 times 5 plus 89.59. So somebody give me a number. What is your grade if you miss 5 classes?
74.55.
I got 75.85.
I got
Okay.
74.54.
Okay, so I think I think that was Miss Woodward said 79? I think she.
I said 75.85.
Yeah, you're probably wrong.
No surprise you there.
Try again and calculator and switch it. Let's type it in. 74.55. 74.55. And we feel good about ourselves.
I don't miss.
Good job. Compute the residual. That's where you take whether there's 5, say. Look at your chart. 73.4. Subtract that from 74.55. Somebody give me that. 73.4 from 74.55.
I got 1.15.
Okay, I think I did it backwards, so it'd be negative. There we go. This is the actual, this is what happened. Okay. The actual is in the graph, so it's the actual minus the projected. Okay, write that down. Actual minus the projected. Is the final exam score above or below the average for this number of absences? Okay, well, the prediction is 74. The actual is 73. So this one is above. Or it's below. I think the actual is 73, so it's below. Remember, this right here, this formula is the average. Okay? The formula is the average. The actual is what's in the table. Good gosh, we got more? It's like a soap opera. Okay, we already got this. Let's see what our graph looks like. got a little dip right here, and then it goes above. So we're looking for this little dog leg right here. Let's see which one has the dog leg. I like this one.
I agree with
What's wrong? What's the difference between A and B? Well, B is not a perfect fit. It looks like somebody just drew a straight horizontal line. Well, what's wrong with C? C don't make no sense. And D, they just joined the dots together. That's what Miss Woodward would do. What Miss Woodward? She just joined the dots
Absolutely.
together. So A is your only possible answer. And we feel good about ourselves. And continue on with the soap opera. Would it be reasonable to use the least squares regression line to predict the final score for a student who no? I'm pointing to the answer. What is our?
I don't know if I'm the only.
Let's say it again.
I was gonna say I don't know if I'm the only one, but like your voice and video is like lagging very badly
Yeah.
for me.
Really
It's like
bad.
being, yeah. It's
I
like
don't know
cutting in and out.
I don't know what's happened.
And then sometimes it's fine.
Yeah. It's not the whole time.
Okay, well, I'll take a minute, just a second, and I'll go turn off the TV. Maybe that'll help.
I'm gonna say
All right.
A though.
And what does our graph go to?
10.
It goes to
So what is
10.
15? 15 is outside
It's
of 10.
outside the
So
scope.
you're looking for outside of 10, which should be C or D, it looks like. Oh, okay, it could be A. Okay. No, it's not D and it's not B. Okay. So I would say, looks like A. And you feel good about yourself. Now, is this a test question? Yes and no. Is it a test question, meaning one test question on the test? No. I would not give you a test question with A through Z. Okay? But are all of these good test questions? Yes. Every one of these questions is a good test question. The only one I don't care about is the residual, because that just tells you the difference between the two values. I really don't care about that question. But the rest of it, good test question. So instead of looking at this as a test question, this is a test question. This is 5 test questions. Okay. So each one of these is a test question, except for the residual. I could put each one of these on a test by itself, give you the data, and you could actually do, several of these by themselves. Okay, good. That's a good question. So whoever sent that one, good job. Oh, look, Tri-County's already signed me out. What a surprise. Okay, that's our first question. I knew we weren't going to get through today. Second one, is that the same question? 4.229/9. Is that the same one?
No.
Okay. I bet you $1 it's another 10-point question, 10-part question. People don't like those.
I think most of them are like that.
Yeah. Yep. A through H. Okay. One of the biggest factors in determining the value of a home and square footage, blah, 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 blah. Okay. First question. Can you have square footage? Can you buy a house if there's no house to buy?
You
If the
cannot.
square footage is 0, Are you going to buy that house? No.
No.
So the dependent variable is the cost. I mean, the buying, you know, how much it costs. That is
Hubert,
the
I think
dependent variable.
you've done this problem before.
I have.
I think so.
Yeah.
In one of the
Okay.
other
Yeah.
classes.
Last time.
Well, we go over it again. Square footage would be the explanatory, whatever you call it, variable. Another word for it is your independent variable. If you don't have the square footage, you don't have a selling price. This is where the y-intercept does not make sense. If the y-intercept is 200,000, okay, so that means that you're going to take 200,000 and buy a house with no square footage. Not too bright, okay? So in this case, the y-intercept does not make sense. You can write that down for later or whatever. And square footage is the dependent variable. I guess I'll take y'all's word for it. All right, so let's look at our data because I'm just going to do it on, I'm not going to do it on calculator. I'm going to do this on Excel. So, or we can do it, let's see if it'll let us do it on StatCrunch, because usually after I use StatCrunch one time, it quits working. So let's see if it works. And I'm going to let y'all write down the information. Stat, regression, linear, X, and Y. I think I've got a visiting kitty cat outside. And I got a bunch of sliding glass windows in this mudroom, and I think they're trying to fight each other. Okay, through the glass. Okay, here we go. Okay, what do we need? Well, let's go back to my handy dandy. You need R. And we also, well, we want to go ahead and check ourselves. So let's write down the intercept, the y-intercept. Write that down, 21.012642. And our slope is positive. Slope is equal to 0.15397907. R is 0.91178658. Let's see what it looks like. Go to graph, go to scatter plot, X variable, Y variable. Okay, sketch it. I mean, you don't have to sketch every single detail. Just for your notes, sketch 0 to 700 and 0 to 4,000, and just put some dots in there. So you know that you basically got a line going like this. Now we're going to put it all together with the Excel spreadsheet, just so everybody can, and then I'll do it in the Excel spreadsheet by hand if they ask you to do it. I don't know if they're going to ask you to do it or not. Okay, so I'm going to save this in the Excel spreadsheet. Oh, that's my son. He's out there doing something on the deck. Okay, there we go. And I'm going to highlight this. And I'm going to hit insert. chart. Right click on one of the dots. Add trend line. Display. Pull that over here. Highlight it. Make it big. Type R equals, and somebody give me 4 digits. It's going to be positive slope, so you don't have to worry about the sign.
0.9118.
Okay, now if I wanted to do this by hand, I would go over here. I have R, so I need to go over here and I need to do my average of, so I'd take my highlighter, go over here to auto sum, and divide that by, how many we got? 12. Somebody count and make sure I got 12.
It's 12.
Okay, so there's my X bar, and this is my Y bar. And then down here, we're going to do standard deviation. So I'm going to type in equals STDEV. And then I'm just going to highlight. And it didn't do it. Piece of crap. Parentheses. There we go. Close parentheses. And I got a space in there. So let me fix that. I'm sorry. And enter. There we go. And now you've got, so if we were doing this by hand, I'll do this again for you. I'm not doing it for y'all. I'm also doing it for the online class. This is kind of outdated. That's why I don't know it by heart. B sub 1 X plus B sub O. And you need B sub 1, you need B sub O first. B sub 1 first is equal to R times SY over SX. And then B sub O is equal to Y bar minus B sub 1 times X bar. And in this case, B sub O is equal to 0.9118 times S of Y is 160.95 ... 160.95 ... divided by 953.087 ... 953.07 ... and somebody crank that out and give me some numbers there, 2 digits. And then B sub 1 or B sub 0, I'm sorry, I got it backwards. B sub 1 and B sub 0 is equal to Y bar, which Y bar is going to be 415.55 ... 415.55 ... minus, did somebody get B sub 1 for me?
Oh, we can't see what you're writing.
I'm sorry. There you go. Somebody do that for me.
I still can't see it yet. I don't know if it's lagging or not.
I see it now, but it took a minute.
What color is it? It's a rat snake. Okay, well, you better watch it. You're going to get bit. I don't care if you put the shovel in the head down and then grab it. Okay. Or take a paper towel roll and distract it with it. And you're going to get bit. You're going to be doing a funky chicken on the back in the back deck. No, I'm trying to, it's right under the deck. All right, so what'd you get?
I got 0.154.
Well, what did we get? Look at there. Look on the spreadsheet. 154. Good job. ... So that's 0.154 ... times. And what is our X bar? Our X bar is 2562, 2562.33 ... Somebody do that right quick. This one right here, 415 minus these two guys multiplied. Just give me 3 digits. It's just to check to see if it looks like this one right here. You should come out with 21.01 something.
Mine's lagging where I can't even see the numbers.
Can't see the numbers.
It just has populated the 0.154 and the 2962.
I don't know if
Okay.
I did it right, but I got 20.956.
Okay. That's fine. 20. I'm just going to put 21 ... The whole point is if you keep all your variables, the 10 variables, you should come out with this number right here. Okay. I'm just showing you how to do it by hand again. Okay. So that's again, I'm not going to do that by hand every single time. I don't know why they even include it because I haven't never done it by hand. That shows you I've only had in my college career, you know how many statistics classes I had? 1. All of my other math classes was based on algebra, trig, and calculus. That's all my math classes. I had 1 statistics class. So anyway, all right, so let's see what else they are going to ask. Well, there's the, so it's not that one. It could be that one. Could be that one. It's not that one. I'll say it's C, but it could be A because I can't remember what it looked like. I don't have a photographic memory. Somebody give me R to 4 places. What did we get?
We got 0.9118.
Yeah, there it is. 0.9118. It's probably going to be around there. I'm not going to worry about it. Oh, it says round to 3. I didn't read the directions. Is there a linear relation between square foot? Yeah, duh. Yeah.
Very much.
When I built my house, my Marine buddy who built my house, I asked him how much per square foot? $55 square foot. I said, no matter how many square feet? He said, nope. See, now it does make a difference. Next. Find the least squares. Well, somebody give me, I don't have it in front of me. Give me the slope, and they want the slope to 3 decimal places. What we said it was what?
0.154.
Okay, and what was the y-intercept? 21 point. Round the. Look at what they do to you. They change horses in midstream. Round the slope to 3 decimal places, and round the intercept to 1 decimal place.
So it'd be 21.0.
Okay, make a note. They will do that to you on the test. Interpret the slope. For a house that sold 0, the predicted square footage is, that's not dealing with the slope. For every, there's your 2 answers right there. For every additional $1,000 in selling price, the square footage increases by, I think that sounds right, 0.154 feet. Would that be right? No, it's the other one. 0.154, dollars. 1,000. That would be right because it's 3 places. 154. I got it mixed up. I don't answer a lot of these Philadelphia lawyer questions. Isn't it reasonable? Here's the y-intercept question. No, it's not reasonable. So it would be either D, C, or B. Well,
C.
a house of 0 square feet is not possible. But I think they may ask you for this one.
Last time we did it, it was C.
C, thank you. Why would they ask you to write a blank for 0? One home that is 462 square feet is sold for $265,000. Somebody do the math there for me. Somebody do the average. 1462. Plug that into the formula, please. I'm not going to do it. I'm just going to let you do it. Good gracious, I've only worked 2 problems and I feel like I'm working 17. I wonder why.
I got 246 point, well, it's whole numbers, so 246.
Okay,
Yeah.
246. Now, this says one home that is 1462 is sold. Okay, so our average is lower than the accepted. The home's price, so they're talking about this one, is higher than the what? Average. The average price y'all said was what?
246.
And you hit check. Is that it? Okay. Again, a lot. I think there's excessive questions on this one, especially those 2 Philadelphia. I think F and G are a little bit too much, but the rest of it, good questions, good test questions. All right, that's 4.229. Next is 4.27. 4.27. Let me erase that one again. 4.27/4. I think this is one that has that slope, and I don't know where they get that answer, but we're going to look at it. Yeah. All right, this is the one I think I've got already on 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Yeah. Already got it. So here it is. All right, so go ahead and write it down. I'll make it big. There's your numbers. I'll make them bigger for you. There you go. And go ahead and write down the information. So they give you these points: 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, 2, 4, 5, 10, 12. And you basically find what we've been finding. But they put an extra question in there and they picked 2 points. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try something and see if that's where they're getting it. We're going to try to do it by hand because that's the only thing I don't know where they're getting it. All right, I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. So has everybody got this? Does everybody see anything that's out of ordinary for this problem? Nothing out of the ordinary. All right, so here is the question right there, B. It says use 3, 2, and 8, 12. So I'm going to go back over to the Excel spreadsheet, they want to use 3, 2, and 8, 12. Everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
Now, what they're doing is they're using the 2 endpoints. Does anybody understand that? They're using this point and this point right here as a regression line. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to put these points in 3, 2, and 8, 12. And then down here, we're going to find, and of course we don't have R. So basically, I'm going to draw data. I'm going to hit insert. Well, that's not right. 3 and 2 and 8 and 12. What the heck? That's not right. Hold on a second. There's 3 and there's 2. See, I can find the slope, but you don't want to have to go through and figure the y. I'm trying to figure out a way. Let me do this. X, Y, 3, 2, and 8, and 12. Insert chart plot. I don't know why it's doing that. It's not supposed to do that. Insert. There we go. All right, now I got it. See the orange ones? Should be the orange ones. No. I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. Maybe because I've not got it in the right place. Anyway, I was hoping I could draw a line for you and see where they're getting those points. Three and 2. See, when you plot 3 and 2, 1, 2, 3, and 2, and 8 and 12, it's not going to be these two. That's why it's not, that don't make any sense. Why is it doing that? Oh, well, I'm sorry. What they're doing is they're doing by hand with the 8 and the 3. Now, I can do it by hand by just doing it like this. I'll just do it the easy way and forget about the, let's see. There we go. And my numbers are 3, 2, 8, and 12. 3, 2, 8, and 12. And I can find my slope by saying m is equal to 12 minus 2 over 8 minus 3. Oops. And 12 minus 2 is 10 over 5, which is what? 2. And then I take my slope, which is 2, and I pick a point, which is 3, 2. Why did I pick 3, 2 instead of 8, 12? Easier math. And plug into the equation y minus y sub 1 is equal to 2 times x minus x sub 1. Y minus 2 is equal to 2x oops, that's supposed to be a 3. 2x minus 2 times 3 is 6. And then add 2, y is equal to 2x, negative 6 plus 2 is negative 4. Now that's what I would get. And your slope is equal to 2. And your y-intercept is equal to negative 4. Using those 2 points in yellow. Using the 2 points. So let's see if that's what they want. So B, yep, that's it. That's what they're using. Okay. And then it says graph the part found in B on the scatter plot. So the easiest way to do that is on the calculator. Now we're going to do this on the calculator because it's real simple. So I'm going to hit Stat, Edit, and I'm going to type in 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. 3, 4, 5, 7, 8, and delete. And now I'm going to type in 2, 4, 5, 10, 12. 2, 4, 5, 10, and 12. And delete. And you can graph that by hitting second stat plot, hit enter to turn it on, click enter when it's on. It defaults to a scatter plot. All you have to do now is hit graph. Now it may not show up right, so you have to hit stat and then go to zoom and stat, which is 9. There's your, now I'm going to do what they told us to put in. The y graph, or y is equal to 2x minus 4. 2x minus 4. Okay, now what's wrong with that? Well, it's not a best fit, because if it was best fit, it would be between the bubbles, not on all 4 of them. So that's not a best fit. It's a close best fit, but it's not the best fit. And then they're going to tell you to go through and put in the numbers and find the best fit. So here we go. We're going to find it now. So we're going to hit Stat, Calculate, Linear Regression. There it is right there. And it's going to go to L1 and L2, and all you have to do is hit what? Calculate. I'm going to bring up my handy dandy whiteboard. And I'm going to write this in red. Our actual regression curve is y equal to 2.0233, 2.0333 minus 4.32558. Now I'm going to put that in red. And my R factor is 0.99. So I'm going to type in y is equal
I think it was 2.0233.
Okay, hold on.
Yeah, it was.
Okay, what was it? 2 point what?
2.0233.
Okay. All right, so now I'm going to type that in, and I'm going to put it in red. So that's going to be 2.0233 x minus 4.32558. 4.32558. And graph. And you'll see there it's going between, there we go, and that's the best fit curve. And what they're trying to get you to do is if you plot these points and they look pretty close together, in a pinch, you could use the first point and the what? The last point. That's what they're trying to get you to see. So that's these. And there's by hand using those 2 points. And we said that the one that we did was this one, I believe. Yeah, D. There's the answer I can't get. And what I think, since we got our R, write down that R. Where's our R? We didn't write it down. So let me go to stat, calculate, linear regression, and calculate. We need that R to do the by hand. I know what they're wanting to do, and it's going to just take a few minutes. All right, write down R. We need our handy dandy formulas again because we got to do the ancient way. But we got to do it with 3, 2, and 8, 12. So here we go. Y bar or Y hat is equal to B sub 1 x plus B sub O. B sub 1 is equal to R times SY over SX. B sub O is equal to Y bar minus B sub 1 X bar. And we've got 4 points, or 2 points, 3, 2, and 8, 12. Well, I can go ahead and do the average. X bar is going to be, what's 3 plus 8? 11. 11 divided by 2 is what? 5.5, Hubert. Y bar is equal to 14 divided by 2 is what? 7. Everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm not going to do the standard deviation. I'll just do it on the calculator. And you might be, I'm not on the calculator, but on the Excel spreadsheet. It may show up on your Excel calculator under first variable statistic. So let me try it. Calculator, but we got to type in. I'm going to have to type in. Hold on a second. Stat, edit, and I'm just going to leave that one. And I'm going to hit delete, 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 and then delete, 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 Okay, now go to stat, calculate first variable statistic. L2, second L2. Oh, crap. I'm sorry. Stat. I'm a little bit aggravated because I don't need to go over this. I don't know why in the world they're making you do it for, it's just. Second L2 and calculate. You see the summation of x? You can use that. The standard deviation of x, see it right there? You can actually use that, but they don't give you y, so it's useless. So let's go here and do it. All right, so I'm going to do x bar and y bar, and then I'm going to do standard deviation. So here's x bar, summation of these two divided by 2, and then move that over. And then the standard deviation, I'm going to type in equals STDEV, parentheses. This is so stupid, for two numbers. Then move that over. And I think they want you to find the slope, or I don't know if they want you to find the y-intercept too. So now we've got everything we need. Okay? And I forgot what somebody give me R. What was R? Oh, we don't,
0.994.
we don't have it for these two. We got to calculate it. See, that's
Okay.
the problem. That's the problem. You got to go through and calculate R. So I'm not going to worry about it. We're going to keep on going. I'm not going to take 30 minutes to explain 10 seconds of something that we're never going to use. So we're going to move on. Oh, did it give us R here? Or we got to, let's see, did it give us R? Or did it gave us R, it give us R on the other? We can find it here. So let me go to stat. People sure can't say I don't try to show y'all everything. Linear regression. L1, L2, calculate. See if it'll give us an R. There, R is equal to 1, which I kind of figured it was because it's a straight line. All right, everybody with me? So we've got our, get to our X bar, I mean our, where's my, there's our numbers. Okay, and here's how you find what they're trying to find in that. And see, this is a lot of work for nothing. I'm trying to do everything at one time. I'm sorry. There. So we need B sub 1. B sub 1 is 1 times S sub Y is 7.07. Somebody punch that in right quick. 7.071068 and divide by 3.5354. And somebody give me 4 digits. What do you get?
I got 2 even, actually.
Is it 2?
Yeah, that's what I get.
And that's B sub 1, so that's the slope of the line. We already got this. So still don't know where they're getting that answer. Unless they're asking for R. I don't know what they're asking for. All right, and then B sub O is equal to Y is 7 minus b sub 1 is 2 times 5.5. So that's going to be 7 minus 11, negative 4.
Yes, sir.
That should be your y-intercept. So y is equal to 2x minus 4. I think they're wanting r, but let's see what the question's asking. I can't remember. It's really not that big of a deal. Yeah, that's what they're asking for. And there's the 1 right there. They're wanting the r value. There's no reason for that at all. But no mathematical reason for you to calculate that. None. So that is, out of all the questions we've done today, that one right there, F, is about the dumbest one that they could ask. All right. We already got the 0.791. That's the residuals for the actual first curve, the legitimate. And it passes through. So we're going to move on. All right. So that is the chapter 4 questions that y'all asked. I'm glad I got 30 minutes. At least I can get through the questions. They keep
Hubert, are we
logging
not
me
gonna
out.
do? Are
What?
we not gonna do 5.5 today?
I'm going to try to get to it. All right, 5.231. You might have a day off tonight if you've done all the homework. Everybody likes a day off. 5.231/12. First of all, is it a test question? Yes, it is. Okay. A standard deck of cards contains 52 cards. 1 card is selected from the deck. Is that important? Yes. Because if I'll tell you what they do on a test, standardized test, they'll put an and right there. Or where it says or, right here. They'll put an and. Why is and a problem?
Because then it's the
Then
multiple.
you're picking 2 cards. You can only pick one. How many cards?
1.
1 card. Now, or is okay because you'll either pick a diamond or you might pick, depending on what one pick. But if you say and, that's 2 picks. And they will put that on a standardized test. So you got to be careful. All right. So what word are we using here? Or. Or means addition. Or means addition. Or means addition. The only thing you have to remember on addition is always subtract the what? The overlap. Always subtract the overlap. So here we go. How many diamonds are in a deck of cards?
Is it 13?
13. There's 13 diamonds. I'll color that red. There's 13 spades in a deck of cards. There's how many in a deck?
52.
There's 52 in a deck. Is there any overlap between diamonds and spades? No, they don't overlap at all. So -0 on overlap. So you get 26 over 52. And what is that?
It was 0.5.
0.5. That should be your answer. Okay, let's do spades. I'm gonna have to talk to my son. My son, I'm worried about him. He's got it on Elmer Fudd in there. I hear Elmer Fudd talking. All right, So we've got a diamond. Diamonds are a girl's best friend. I hope that didn't offend anybody. And a what?
And a spade.
I thought it was a heart. A spade. Oh, I didn't see on a heart. Oh, a heart. Oh, mine looks like a garlic clove, but or mushroom. So how many are there? 12
That is
plus
39
12
total.
plus what? 12. I'm sorry. 13. I don't know where 12 came from. Over 52. There is no overlaps because you can't overlap a spade with a, I mean, there's no overlap. So that's 39 over 52. Somebody give me that number.
That's
That's
0.75.
75. So I punch in 0.75. And the last one. A king. There's 13. I mean, there's 4 kings. I'll use a different color. I'm going to use 4. There's 4 kings. There's 4 kings. And then there's how many clubs?
13.
13 clubs. Is there an overlap between a king and a club?
Yes, sir.
Yes. There is an overlap. There's one overlap because there's one king that is a what?
That is also a club.
Exactly. And all that over 52. 4 plus 13 is 17, minus 1 is, and somebody give me 16 over 52.
It is 0.308.
And this is a good test question. So make sure 0.308, like the caliber. 0.308. Oops, I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that. Did I offend anybody?
Elmer Fudd won't be needing that anymore.
Yeah, you got to take Elmer Fudd's gun away from him. That's going to solve everything. Lord have mercy, we found out what can solve all of our problems. Taking guns away from Elmer Fudd. That's going to take care of a lot of problems. Notice I didn't say taking guns away from any of the, what is it, Grand Theft Auto video games? You know, they didn't say that. Just Elmer Fudd.
Those are
Take
too
away
good.
from Elmer. Bunch of damn idiots. Okay, next question. 5.27. Was that? I thought that was 5.27. Was it? 5.27/4. Somebody help me out. Was that 5.27? I thought it
No.
was. Oh, what?
No.
Okay, this is not a test question. Maybe a standardized test question. I do not like these questions because they can be confusing. Okay, the whole set, there's your denominator right there. So I'm going to draw this. I'm going to do it a little bit easier for you to understand. Okay, your denominator is the big group. So S, I'm going to put it in black. That's your denominator. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So your denominator is equal to 12. Everybody with me? And of course, F is equal to 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. So if you wanted anything to do with F, that would be a numerator of 5. Okay? And G would be a numerator of 4. Everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
So let's say if they wanted the probability of F, probability of F would be 5 over 12. Probability of G would be 4 over 12. Okay, I'm just trying to give y'all some kind of sense of what's going on here. Okay. Now it says F or G. Well, F or G, you would add the two together basically, because or is the magic word, and always subtract the what?
The overlap.
So F or G would be, F would be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And then, I shouldn't have done that. I should have done it in another color. And then plus 11, 12, 13, 14. Always subtract the overlap, which is what? 11. And that's how you do it. So this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 plus 4 is 9. 9 minus 1 is what?
That is 8.
What? 8. And somebody give me 8 over 12, please.
That is 0.666. A lot of sixes and a 7 at the end.
667. And that's your answer. That's how they get that. They're showing you here. That's what I did. Now, you do 5 over 12. 5 over 12 is 0.417. 4 over 12, 0.333. And then 1 over 12 is what? 0.083. So you can do it like this, and you can do 5 plus 4 minus 1 is 8, or you can do it like this. It's not my favorite question. Why? Because when you're dealing with numbers like this, and then you get down here and you say, okay, this right here, some people would go 7 plus 8 plus 9 plus 10 plus 11, and they get it all confused. That's why I don't like using it. Does that help?
Yes, sir.
It helps. Not a favorite on my list as far as test questions, but you might see one on a standardized test. Does that help you, Miss Billy?
I think she posted earlier she had to head out around 2.
Oh, I hate that. Okay. How about Miss McKinney? Are you in here or are you in the, she might be an online class because that's the same question. All right, I'm going to jump down to 5.3, number 18. I'm going to delete these two because they're the same. 5.3, 18/11. 5.3, 18/11. The school can be classified, the book can be classified as either nonfiction or fiction. Suppose that 97% of books are classified as fiction. And that means 3% are classified as what? Nonfiction. That's the complement. I don't know if they're going to ask that or not, but I always try to show you as much as I can out of one problem. So 97% are fiction. 97%. I'm about ready to throw this mouse out the door. 97% or 0.97 are fiction. Therefore, 3% or 0.03 are what?
Non-fiction.
Now what they're going to ask. 2 books are chosen at random. What is the probability that both books are fiction? Was 5.3 that's the multiplicative law, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So 97 out of 100, you could say 97 out of 100 twice, or you could say 0.97 to the second power. So somebody raise, let's say it's got to be 4 decimal places because you're not going to use a fraction. So somebody take 0.97 and raise it to the second power.
0.9409.
0.9409. So you got a 94% chance of picking 2 fiction books. Well, that's normal, because if you got a box full of fictional books, chances are very high you're going to pick fiction. 0.9409. Oh man, I think I just need to quit. (9409). Now let me ask you a question. The more books I pick at one time, what's the probability going to do that you're going to pick out all fiction books?
It's going to decrease.
It's going to decrease, and that's what they're trying to get you to understand, because there's 3% in there. There's, out of 97 books, there's 3 or 4 in there that are not. There's a chance each time you pick, there's a chance you may hit one. So it should go down from 0.9409. Excuse me. So 6 books would be 0.97 to the 6th power. And
I
give me
have that
4
when you're ready.
digits.
That's going to be 0.833.
8333.
Yes, sir.
And yes, it went down.
Just 2 3s, or because the last one there was a 9 at the end, so that's why.
8339.
No, sir, just 0.833, because there was a 9 that made it round up to that 3, so it's 30.
330.
Yes, sir.
Okay. You got to give me that 0. Okay. Check answer. Okay, now the last one says, what is the probability that at least one of 6 randomly selected books is nonfiction? Would it be unusual for at least one of 6 randomly selected to be nonfiction? So I think what they're wanting you to do there is go 0.97 to the 5th power times 0.03 to the 1st power. So do that. That's what I would do. They may just be doing it the easier way. I don't know. Let me look and see. Let's see. I'll make sure. Go ahead and calculate it for me. No, they're doing the complement. Yeah, well, you could do, okay, we could, let's see. That would be, what is the probability of picking? What did you come up with?
I got 0.1670.
0.1670. There it is. So I did the right way. Okay. And the way I did it, let me show you. How many books are you going to pick? 6, right?
Yes, sir.
5 are going to be fiction, and 1 is going to be what? Nonfiction. What if you pick 7? Then it would be 5 and 2. Okay? Then that's what the question says. It says, what is the probability that at least 1 of 6? So that means the other 5 are fiction. So that's where I got the 5 and the 1. Got it right there. At least 1 of 6. And I did 0.97 times 0.03 to the first. That's it. Now, what does this say? Would it be unusual? Well, 0.16 is above 0.167 is above 0.05. And remember, remember our unusual 95% falls within what? 2 standard deviations. And after that, outside is unusual, right? This is unusual at 2.5, and this is unusual at 2.5. 2.5 and 2.5 are 0.025, and 0.025 is 0.05. So anything above 0.05 falls what we call what? Normal.
Normal.
So if you have an answer that comes out to be more than 0.05, then that means it's normal, which means that it's not unusual. Normal is the same thing as not what?
Not unusual.
Not unusual. So you got to read the question. Okay. We came out with 0.67 or 1.167. So that would be normal.
Hubert, I'm going to stop you real quick. The way you solved C, I didn't do it like that, and I got a different answer when I tried to solve it by writing it in the calculator like that. What I did is I did 1 minus, and then I did the 0.97 raised to the 6.
You should have got the same answer.
Let's see.
No, you did 7 books. Okay.
Whatever I did, it was right.
Okay, well, don't worry about it. You can do it 2 different ways. Okay.
Uh-huh.
That's fine. That's fine.
Okay.
It would not be unusual because 0.167 is greater than 0.05. Now, is that a rule that you need to remember in the future? Hail to the yeah. If your number comes out to be greater than 0.05, then that means what? There. If your number comes out to be greater than 0.05, then that means not unusual or normal. Okay. And yes, what did you do? You did the 1 minus, didn't you? The complement?
Yes, sir.
What did you do? Just, I'm going to write it right here. Tell me what
Yeah, I
you did.
did.
1 minus what?
I did 1 minus, and then I did the 0.97, and I raised that to the 6th.
Yeah. That's what they show you to do. 1 minus 0.97 raised to the 6th power. And that's the same thing as this right here. Those are the same things.
When I did that one, though, it gave me a different answer. That one came out to like 0.0258.
Well, when I asked y'all, y'all said it was 0.1670.
Oh,
Okay.
I solved it that other way.
Okay, I'm sorry. 1 minus. Okay, use this then. Y'all got to tell me what you're doing, okay? All right. 1.1 minus 0.97 to the 6th power. Sorry.
That's why I
missed that.
wanted to tell you, because I didn't want
Okay.
anybody else to try to use that one and not get the
Okay.
right answer.
All right. So that's that one. Let's move on. Delete. 5.3.22. Some of these questions are new. 5.3.22/12. That last one was not, that last question I would not put on a test because you're not ready for it yet. But don't worry about it. We'll probably see it again before we go over the test. For a parallel structure of identical components, the system can succeed if at least one of the components succeeds. What the heck is this? I have never seen this question before. Assume that components fail independently of each other and that each component has a 0.23 probability of failure. Okay, I've never seen this before. A component to fail has a 23% probability or a 0.23 probability. Component failure equals 0.23. Therefore, component not failing is what?
Not unusual.
Well, no, it's complement. Component not failing is equal to 0.77. That's the complement.
All right.
Okay, now I don't know if we need that or not. I don't know what they're asking because I've never seen this question before. Would it be unusual to observe one component fail and two component fail? Would it be unusual? Well, Lord, no, it's 23. 23 is way above 0.05. So no, I don't know what they want here. It would not be unusual to observe one component fail, since the probability that one component fail is greater, is that 0.23? I hate these.
Yes, sir.
Oh, I hate these. It would not be unusual. It would be unusual. Okay. And then two components would be 0.23 raised to the second power. What is 0.23 raised to the second power?
I got 0.0529.
0.0529. That's still above what?
0.05.
That's still above 0.05. So I would say it would not be unusual to observe two components, since the probability of two component fail, 0.0529, is greater than 0.05. Now, I think that's the correct answer. I've never seen this one before. I can't tell you if this is a test question or not because I've never seen it before. What is the probability that a parallel structure with two What is the probability that a parallel structure with two identical components will succeed? Well, that would be 0.77 raised to the second power.
Yes, sir.
I would assume, right?
I agree with you.
0.77 raised to the second. Somebody give me that, please.
0.5929.
0.5929. What they've done is they've put questions in this homework that come off of the CD question I showed y'all, but they're not written like the CD question. I like to do things that you can count. I don't like some of these assuming questions. So 0.5929. When I get to a question I like, I'll tell you. Okay, I don't like it, so evidently we're doing something wrong. Or unless I type something in wrong. Okay. I don't know what they're doing on this one. Let me look right quick. C, or what is the probability that a parallel structure with two identical components will succeed?
I know what they did.
What did
They
tell
did. They did 1 minus 0.23 to the second.
Okay. 2, 3 to the second power. Because they took they did the complement of failure.
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay. I didn't even see the 0.0529. I bet you $1. Take 0.0529 and subtract that from 1. Is that it?
529. Yes, sir. That's it.
Okay. This right here, they're taking the complement. 1 minus 0.0529. And that's equal to what?
That is the 0.9471.
And I was thinking the 0.77 because that's not failing. I was thinking raise that to the second power, in which it came out to be that, which it's not that, it's this. So you can either do it this way or you can do it this way. Like I said, I've never seen this question before, so this is a new question. How many components would be needed in this structure so that the probability the system will succeed is greater than 0.99? One of the problems I got with this, what the hell is a parallel structure? Are they talking about buildings? Are they talking about a garage? What the hell are they talking about? I don't like a problem when you don't have any idea what they're talking about. I'm sorry, I just don't like that. How many components, and what the hell is a component? Is that like a piece? I would assume it's a piece. This is the vague question. I don't like this question. How many components would be needed in the structure so that the probability the system will succeed is greater than 0.99? Well, it would seem to me if you take 1 minus the component of 2 and you got 0.9471, and that's with 2, I'm thinking backwards. How many components would be needed in the structure so that the probability, of course, you would need more than 2 because that's at 0.94. You would have to actually do this by trial and error until you got 0.9999. So what is 0.23 to the third power?
Give me one moment. That is 0.9878.
Okay, and what is 0.23 to the fourth power?
That is 0.9972.
And to the fifth power.
That is 0.9994.
To the sixth power.
That is 0.9999. It rounds up to 9. So it may be
Okay, so
7.
that's it, 6. Okay, you'd have to take it up to the sixth power, and you only do that by trial and error. So I would say 6 or 94. I don't know.
I think
I don't know how
7.
this is, huh?
I think 7 because with the 6 you had to round
Okay,
it
so
up
they
to get
want
there.
you to go 7.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it's 1 to the 7th power. So what you do by trial and error, and that's right here, you would trial and error. There's no other way I know to do it. You would have to go until you got to 0.9999 solid, no rounding, and that would be to the 7th power. So that'd be 1 minus 0.23 to the 7th power. Never seen this question. This is not a Hubert test question. This is a question I've never seen before, and I still don't know what the hell a component is. I mean, to me, does this question seem vague to you, or does it make a lot of sense?
Yeah, it's kind of vague.
I don't know what, a parallel structure. Somebody tell me what a parallel structure is. Only thing I can think of is monkey bars. You know, the monkey bars that used to, 2 parallel frames and you got the bars across, 2 parallel structures. That's what I think of. But are they talk? I don't know what they're talking about. Oh, I don't like the question. Okay, I think class is over. We'll have to stop there, and that's good. That's a good thing because I haven't covered 5.5 yet. We will cover that Tuesday. We will probably do the pretest Tuesday also, since we have a 2-hour class. Y'all with me?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now I'm going to turn
Yes,
off the recording and the presentation because I need to call the roll. So I'm going to call that off, and I'm going to call the recorder off and pull up the